everyone, welcome to the 22nd and final video in my series on the Te Araroa trail. So I am back at Struan Flat Road in Birchwood, which is where I finished off the Takitimus 2 days ago. So I had a rest day yesterday in Clifton, and yeah, now I'm back on the trail walking to Merrivale today. Yeah, the Merrivale hut. So it should be couple of forests, I think Woodlaw Forest first, and then pretty sure Island Bush Forest is closed, so I'll probably have to road walk around that. But yeah, we'll see what happens when we come to it. Should be about 30 kilometres today. Yeah, it is Wednesday now, and I'm planning on arriving at the end of the trail in Bluff on Sunday, so pretty excited about that. 5 walking days to go. So I'm just on Merrivale Road now, so this is where I'm going to be finishing up today. So I've done 36 kilometres, just over 36. It's taken just over 7 hours and I've climbed 1,000 metres. So it's been a pretty good day. Bit of a steep climb up that Woodlaw Track to start off with through the farm. Yeah, got wet feet through all the long grass right at the start. Then got easier from there, basically walking through the forestry. Track down from the top of the Woodlaw was pretty rough down to Scott's Gap, but yeah, from there it's basically just been all road walking, and the roads turned into this kind of narrower 4-wheel drive track kind of thing. So yeah, I'm going to be stopping here. So tonight I'm going to be staying in Tuatapere, so I'm going to get a ride out there, then come back here tomorrow morning and start the Longwood Forest section, which is the final forest on Te Araroa. It is 7:30 on Thursday morning now, so I'm back where I finished off yesterday on the kind of 4-wheel drive track at the end of Merrivale Road. So today I'm going to be starting the Longwood Forest section, which is the final forest on the Te Araroa trail. So this forest is meant to be quite comparable to the Rightia forest right after 90 Mile Beach, right at the start, and kind of the way that it's completely covered in mud the whole way apparently, so that should be interesting. But yeah, it's the final forest, so we'll get through it. So I've got about 20 kilometres to Martin's hut, and I might stay there, see what time I get there and what the mud's like. But other than that, it's about 40 kilometres to Colac Bay, so if I really feel like it, I may keep pushing on to there. We'll see what happens later on. So I've just stopped for a lunch break. It's 12 o'clock. I'm in pretty much the only dry section of the track I've seen now, so yeah, perfect timing for this little spot. The track has been seriously muddy. That is the most mud I've ever seen. So yeah, it's definitely not easy going. So it took about an hour and a half to get from the end of the road up to Bald Hill, which is where the cell phone tower was. And that was the highest point of the Longwoods, and then from there followed the road down about 3.5 kilometres I think, and then the track kind of goes off the road again up onto the main Longwood range, which is where I am now. So yeah, I fell into a few mud pools knee deep, so yeah, not the best track, but getting through it very slowly. I think it's another 7 kilometres from here to Martin's hut, but that'll take me a few hours going at this speed. So I've just got to the summit of Longwood Trig. So I'm about 750 metres above sea level here. Got an awesome view. You can see over to the Takatimu Mountains where I came from over there. This peak here, you probably can't see the tower, but that was Bald Hill that I was on this morning. So I've been following the ridge along to here. looking towards Invercargill and Bluff that way. So that is Bluff Hill. So looking a bit closer than it was before. Pretty exciting. This is Riverton down here. You see Invercargill all over that way. Rest of the Longwoods over to Stewart Island there. Looking down to Colac Bay and Te Araroa Bay, and over to Hump Ridge over that way. So pretty cool view. So it's 4 o'clock. I've just arrived at Martin's hut in the Longwood Forest. So this is a historic 4-bed hut, not surprisingly, surrounded in mud. So yeah, I have done 25.8 kilometres, climbed 1100 metres, and it's taken me 8.5 hours from where I started off this morning. So I have to say it's been a pretty unenjoyable day through all that mud. Just didn't get a break from it all day. Just constant mud, and yeah, it was pretty deep. Fell in a few times, so yeah, kind of got up to just above my knees at the maximum point, I think, which wasn't very nice. And there's not a stream at this hut, so yeah, can't really wash it off, which isn't too great. There's a tank, but it's pretty small, so we'll want to save the water for drinking and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna stay here tonight. I'm the only one here now. It's not the nicest hut, but won't be too bad to stay in. There should be a few others behind me coming here. So yeah, we'll see if they stay. And then I'll head out to Colac Bay tomorrow, which is the first time I'll see the south coast on Te Araroa.
Oh, quick! Oh no, all the Oreo are infected. We're gonna die.
It is 8 o'clock on Friday morning now. I'm just leaving Martin's hut, so I'm going to be heading out to Riverton today. So back through the mud of the Longwood Forest for a second day. Had a pretty good night in the hut. It was a few mice, but I didn't have any problems, so yeah, it was quite a nice night. It's drizzling a tiny bit now, but nothing too major, so yeah, should be another interesting day. Mud's not too bad yet, but expecting it to get worse, so I think it's about 10 k's out to the road, and then it should be a lot easier from there. So I've just got to the junction to the car park, so I'm nearly out of the Longwoods. I thought this was quite funny. On this side of the sign it says car park left 15 minutes. And if you go around to this side of the sign, it says car park 1 hour, pointing in the same direction. So yeah, thanks Doc. It's 12:30 now. I've just made it out to Round Hill Road, so finished the Longwoods, which is pretty exciting. Last forest section on Te Araroa, and finally out of that mud. That was pretty bad. So yeah, it's nice to have a road to walk on, gravel road. So from here it is about 5 kilometres to Colac Bay via this road and then State Highway 99, and then it'll be a beach walk, and then there's a little bit of a hill at the end. I think it's about 160 metres, and then down into Riverton. So I've just arrived at Riverton Holiday Park, which is where I'm staying tonight. So I got here at about 4:30, I think. It's 6 o'clock now, so I've just been getting myself set up and just had a shower, which was amazing after the mud of the Longwoods. So yeah, feeling a bit cleaner after the last 2 days, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm staying in this caravan tonight, which is kind of a permanent thing at the holiday park. We've got 3 of us in here, TA hikers, so yeah, it's quite nice not having to tent for a change, so it's going to be quite a good night, I think. I've done 30 kilometres today. It's taken 8.5 hours and I've climbed 400 metres, so it's been a pretty good day. Just that mud at the start though, out to Round Hill Road. That is some serious mud in that forest. I will not be doing that track again, but yeah, it got easier down there. The track around Colac Bay and around over the hill was actually really nice. Got a cool view from the top of the hill, and then yeah, just followed the road down to here. So kind of on the outskirts of Riverton now. 2 days to go. It is 7:30 on a Saturday morning now. I'm just leaving Riverton Holiday Park, which is where I stayed last night. So yeah, had a pretty good night in the little caravan. was quite warm in there, so yeah, nice not to have to camp. And got the fire going in the lounge area, so yeah, it was a really nice night. So today I'm going to be walking to Invercargill, and we've got a cabin booked there as well, so yeah, that'll be good. Won't have to camp again. It's drizzling a tiny bit, it's kind of just misty, so a little bit wet, but not really. So I think it's about 35 k's today, walking down the road into Riverton Township and then out onto Oreti Beach, and then yeah, I'll follow the beach basically all the way to Invercargill. So I've just arrived at my cabin at the Central City Camping Ground in Invercargill. So I've done 35 kilometres today. It's about 3 o'clock, so it's taken me about 7.5 hours since I left Riverton Holiday Park this morning. So it's been a beach walk for the first 22 kilometres I think, and then a road walk all the way off the beach to here. So yeah, the beach was interesting, brought back some memories of 90 Mile Beach. Pretty similar, kind of just, you can see ahead into nothingness for miles and miles, but at least it was only 20 k's instead of 88 I think 90 Mile Beach was, so yeah, wasn't too bad, but feet are feeling a bit sore after the beach walking though. But one day to go to Bluff now, pretty exciting. So I've got about 35 kilometres I think tomorrow. That'll bring me to the end of the Te Araroa, so yeah, pretty excited. So we're going to have 4 of us in this cabin tonight. It's quite small, that's about it. Yeah, the others will arrive later and then we'll walk into Bluff tomorrow. So it is 20 to 8 on Sunday the 23rd of April. Just leaving Invercargill, starting my final day on the Te Araroa trail. So today I think it's just over 35 kilometres left to Bluff. So yeah, very excited. This is going to be day 146 for me. So nearly 5 months. Started off on the 29th of November. So yeah, it's been a while. Pretty big walk. It's going to be a total of 3,026 kilometres I think, so yeah, really exciting. The weather's meant to be a bit worse this afternoon, 110k winds apparently, and rain starting about 2 p.m, so I'm planning on arriving at the sign at about 2, so hopefully it's not too bad, but yeah, we'll see later on. So it is 3:15 now on Sunday the 23rd of April. Just arrived at the Stirling Point sign in Bluff. So this is end of day 146, 3,026.4 kilometres from Cape Reinga. So yeah, pretty awesome to get here. Today I've done 36 kilometres from Invercargill. It's been a good track, just a lot of road walking, and then yeah, we couldn't go over Bluff Hill at the end. It's a bit of an epic ending with winds that kind of couldn't even stand up in, and then heavy rain as well. So we went around the coastal track around the bottom of the hill instead of going over, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. 3,026 kilometres. So thanks everyone that's been following my adventure. Yeah, thanks for all your support. So I'm just going to be making a few more videos on the TA after this, like best and worst sections and navigation and yeah, that kind of thing. So make sure you still subscribe so you don't miss that. See you next time.